We discuss periodic properties. First, let us see Doberener triads. Doberener classified elements into a group of three elements. For example, lithium, sodium, and potassium. In this triad, atomic weight of middle element is the average of atomic weights of first and third elements. Like that, Doberener have given some triads. They are calcium, strontium, barium, phosphorus, arsenic, antimony, sulfur, selenium, tellurium, chlorine, bromine, iodine, iron, cobalt, nickel, ruthenium, rhodium, palladium, osmium, iridium, platinum. Let us see Newland's octaves. Newland's tried to classify elements based on atomic weights. When elements are arranged in the increasing order of their atomic weights, first element resembles eighth element in its properties, like lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, and fluorine. The next element is sodium. Lithium and sodium resemble in properties. At that time, noble gases were not discovered. So, sodium is the eighth element from lithium. And Lothar Meyer, he plotted graph to classify the elements. He plotted atomic volume against atomic mass. In the graph, similar property having elements occupied similar positions. See in the graph, lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium, they are all similar property having elements and they occupied at the apex of the curve. And the beryllium, magnesium, calcium, strontium, barium also occupied similar positions. The next classification by Mendeleev. At that time the known elements were 63. He followed his periodic law. It states that physical and chemical properties of elements are periodic functions of their atomic weights. He left some gaps also for newly discovering elements, and that gaps were named as Eka boron, Eka aluminum, and Eka silicon. After their discovery, they were named. Eka boron is named as scandium, Eka aluminum named as gallium, Eka silicon named as germanium. Next classification by Mosley. Before going to Mosley, there are some defects in Mendeleev classification. They are called anomalous pairs. This atomic weight increasing order has been missed in some pairs when placed in the periodic table. They are argon, potassium, cobalt, nickel, tellurium, iodine, thorium, protactinium. Let us see the modern periodic table. It is based on Mosley's periodic law. Mosley pointed that physical and chemical properties of elements are periodic functions of their atomic numbers. Based on that, modern periodic table has been constructed. There is a modern periodic law also. It states that physical and chemical properties of elements are the periodic functions of their electronic configurations. When modern periodic table was formulated, there were 92 elements discovered, and we can see some questions like which is not a Doberener triad. As we have already seen some list of elements in previous page, we can answer. And which is not an anomalous pair, we have seen in the previous page that which are anomalous pairs, so that we can answer. And now let us see the long form of periodic table, which consists of 18 groups and 7 periods. And the elements whose atomic number is greater than 92 are called transuranic elements because they are after uranium. Now let us see the classification based on electron configuration. There are 4 types of elements: inert gases, representative elements, transition elements, and inert transition elements. Inert gases have completely filled configuration. Representative elements have incomplete valence shell. Transition elements have incomplete valence shell and penultimate shell. Inert transition elements have valence shell, penultimate shell, anti-penultimate shell as incomplete shells. Their electron configuration: inert gases are completely filled ns10p6. Representative elements ns1 or 2, np1 to 5. Transition elements n-1d 1 to 9, ns0 or 1 or 2. Inner transition elements n-2, f1 to 14, n-1d 0 to 2, ns2. We can classify elements into blocks also based on the differentiating electron. There are s block, p block, d block and f block. Differentiating electron enters into s, those elements classified under s block. 1a and 2a groups are present in s block. Their configuration ns1 or ns2. When differentiating electron enters p subenergy level, those elements were classified into the p block. Third A to 0 group elements belongs to p block. General configuration is ns2 np1 to 6. Where in d block, differentiating electron enters d subenergy level. General electron configuration is n-1 d1 to 10, ns0 or 1 or 2. F block, differentiating electron enters f subenergy level. Configuration n-2 f0 to 14, n-1 d0 to 2, ns2. Let us see some periodic properties. Atomic radius. This is the distance between nucleus and outermost orbit. This atomic radius can be of three types: crystal radius, covalent radius, van der Waals radius. If atomic radius is measured in metals, it can be termed as crystal radius. If it is measured in molecules, it can be termed as covalent radius. If it is measured in molecules which have van der Waals forces, it can be called as van der Waals radius. And order of different radii is: van der Waals radius is greater than crystal radius, than covalent radius. Trends of atomic radius: in groups it increases from top to bottom, in period it decreases from left to right. And there is some term we have to know, that is lanthanide contraction. Actually, from top to bottom in a group, atomic radius should increase. 3D, 4D, 5D, 6D. When 3D to 4D, atomic radius increases as expected, but from 4D to 5D, atomic radius increases will be very less or no increase. From 5D to 6D, atomic radius will decrease, but the decrease is also very low. These two, from 4D to 5D and 5D to 6D, is called lanthanide contraction. What is the reason? Actually, there is a concept called screening effect or shielding effect, which means inner electrons shield outer electrons from the attractive force of nucleus. This shielding is based on shape of orbital. S orbital has more shielding effect than p, and f orbitals will have very less screening effect because of the diffused structure. So f orbitals cannot screen outer electrons from the nuclear attraction of the nucleus. Hence, attractive force of nucleus will lead to decrease in the atomic. And there is Z by E ratio we have to know, where Z is atomic number and E is number of electrons. If Z by E ratio increases, atomic radius decreases. This can be seen in ions. Let us see ionization energy. We know the amount of energy required to must be supplied to atom to remove electron from its outermost orbit. We see the factors which affect ionization energy. First factor is atomic size. When atomic size increases, ionization energy decreases. Second factor, nuclear charge. If nuclear charge increases, ionization energy also increases. And the screening effect of orbitals. When screening effect of orbitals increases, ionization energy decreases. And the next thing is half filled or completely filled configuration. If an element has half filled or completely filled configuration, amount of energy required to remove electron will be high, so ionization energy will be more. And the other factor is penetrating power. If penetrating power increases, ionization energy also increases. Penetrating power is more for s orbitals and less for p orbitals. In second period, ionization energy trend will be like this: lithium will be very less, and oxygen, lithium will be very less, even oxygen also lesser than nitrogen. In third period also, sodium will be less and chlorine will be more. You see electron affinity. This is similar to electron gain enthalpy, amount of energy released when electron is added to neutral gaseous atom. In groups from top to bottom, electron affinity decreases, and in period from left to right, electron affinity increases. But electron affinity values of third period elements will be greater than second period elements. The reason is lower size of second period elements. Because of lower size, there will be repulsions between electrons. Hence, chlorine will have more electron affinity. And electronegativity is the attractive force on the electrons. This can be calculated, that is the difference in electronegativity of two elements, two atoms, will be calculated as XA minus XB is equal to 0.208 root of delta AB. Delta AB is equal to E of AB minus root of E of AA product of E of BB. Here XA is electronegativity of A and XB is electronegativity of B. EAA is bond energy of AA. It can be calculated from Mulliken scale as XA is equal to the sum of ionization energy and electron affinity divided by 2. And see the applications of electronegativity. First, we can know the bond nature, whether the bond is ionic or covalent. If the difference between electronegativity of two atoms in a molecule is 0, that will be 100% covalent. For example, Cl2F2 like that. If the electronegativity difference is less than 1.7, that will be covalent, and there is some ionic character also. If the electronegativity difference is greater than 1.7, that will be ionic compound, some covalent character will also be there. And the stability of hydrates also depend upon electronegativity. In a molecule, if the difference between electronegativity of hydrogen and the other element decreases, stability decreases. If stability decreases, acidity increases. Hence, the hydrates of fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine will follow this trend in stability and acidity. And there is a nature of oxides which depend upon electronegativity. In oxides, XA minus XB means the difference in electronegativity of oxygen and the other atom. If that difference decreases, acidic nature increases. That means electronegativity of atom increases, acidic nature increases. See, for example, sodium oxide, magnesium oxide, aluminum oxide up to Cl2O7. Electronegativity of Cl is more than sodium, so Cl2O7, that means oxide of chlorine will be more acidic. Whereas in groups, it depends upon the element or the atom present in the oxide See, for example, nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic, antimony, bismuth oxides. Electronegativity of the nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic, antimony, bismuth decreasing, and their acidic nature also decreasing. And nature of hydroxides also can be discussed in terms of electronegativity. If electronegativity decreases, basicity increases. For example, lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium. Electronegativity decreases from lithium to cesium, hence basicity increases. And color of salt also depends upon percentage of ionic character. If percentage of ionic character increases, intensity of color will decrease. There is a term we have to know, inert pair effect. Generally in group from top to bottom, this inert pair effect can be seen. In heavier elements, that means the bottom elements are more stable at lower oxidation state. For example, thallium is stable in +1 oxidation state than in +3 oxidation state. This stability of +1 oxidation state increases from gallium to thallium. In the same way, from germanium to lead, stability of +2 oxidation state increases. That means PbCl4 is less stable than PbCl2, because in PbCl2 lead is in +2 oxidation state, and in PbCl4 lead is in +4 oxidation state. And we will see the acidity of oxy acids. Electronegativity of central atom decides the acidity or acidic strength of oxy acids. If the electronegativity of central atom is increasing, acidic nature or acidic strength also increases. For example, boron, carbon, nitrogen, acidity increases from boron to nitrogen, hence HNO3 will be more acidic. Like that, silicon, phosphorus, sulfur, chlorine, HClO4 will be more acidic. Nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic, antimony will be the least acidic. And this acidity of oxidation states also depend on oxidation states. If oxidation state of central atom will increase, acidic strength increases. For example, H2SO3 is less acidic than H2SO4. And the nature of hydroxides, if electronegativity increases, acidity increases. Nature of hydrides, if electronegativity increases, acidity increases. For example, NH3, H2O and HF. Electronegativity of fluorine is more, so that hydride will be more acidic. And atomic size also influences this acidity in periods. Fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine, if we take, if atomic size increases, acidity increases, hence HA will be more acidic. Likewise, NH3 to BaH3. And again we will see melting point and boiling point. In period it gradually increases, reaches a high value and then decreases, but in group it follow no regular trend.